Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. I wanted to talk to you right now about the 3 keys to motivating staff members in your agency. Before I get into that, we have to realize obviously the importance of any agency, any small business, are the people working in it. If they're not happy, they're not going to produce, especially in our business. It's a grinding business where you have to make sales calls, follow prospecting, leads, and so it can be tiring if somebody's not motivated, and ultimately it will end up in no production for your agency. So the key is to motivate staff. So a few different ways I did this, and I want to talk about 3 of them today. So the first thing I always did was try to figure out the intrinsic motivation of what inspires people on a daily basis. The one way I always worded that anytime I did a review or just had a conversation with somebody was, in 5 years, 10 years, if it's not working for me, what are your ultimate goals? All right. What do you want to own your own business, get in a different industry, move to a different part of the country? What are your goals? And so we have to be ready when this is approached for the answers we get, because it's not a lot of people's dream to work for somebody else for the next 30 years in a small business. We just have to face that fact. But if you can actually show that you care, show that you take a personal interest in their lives and their goals, that alone is going to have them start producing and be motivated to work for you on a daily basis. Now, granted, maybe they won't be around in a year or two, and that's okay. All right, but if you consistently use that approach for every staff member, you're going to get the best out of each of them every single day. The other thing I always did was try to get confidence really rolling, and that's not necessarily telling them they're doing a great job, which is important. We want to do that, but really not asking the impossible out of them. So for instance, one thing I always did, if I had a sales producer that was struggling, I would always make sure to kind of give them a couple easy ones so they just feel good about selling, feel good about closing. There is no substitution for experience and confidence. And in the sales business, especially ours in the insurance industry, they get confidence by continuously getting down payments and selling policies and binding, right? And so I always would kind of give them something easy that I know should be closed by pretty much anybody just to get them to feel better. Okay, and number 3 is communication, right? So we have to understand that we're the owner. We need to be the ones that have the pressure on our back, and we can't expect them to automatically, be motivated by that pressure. They're not seeing the bills coming in monthly, right? They're not seeing the headaches we go through. They're not seeing the late nights, the working from homes, so we don't need to expect them to understand that. But what we do need to do is find out their skill set and not try to force a round peg in a square hole, so to speak. We have to know what they're comfortable with and really hone that. And of course, we want to work on their weaknesses too, but we don't want to call them weaknesses, right? We just want to call them learning opportunities. Now, a lot of this stuff you can do in your agency. It takes some time. You need a good roadmap, a good structure. But that was kind of the basis when I created our Sales Producer Masterclass. It's a class we've been doing for a couple of years. This year we're doing it a little different. It's way better than it's ever been. But on top of that, we're running constant live sessions on that. Our next live session's coming up. You can see the date below. It's coming up very shortly. And I always limit it to 20 registrants because everybody that registers for this, and I always have some staff, some agents, everybody gets a one-on-one call each and every week throughout the 4 sessions. All right, and so you can get all the details. It's all over the pages on, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, my website, all the details to that. But my goal is not just to find intrinsic motivations for your staff, but we also develop their sales skills and techniques, give them scripts that convert and work. And through the one-on-one calls, we actually customize the coaching to whatever they need, right? Because not everybody's the same. Some people have certain strengths in certain areas and weaknesses in others, and the others are reversed. So we work off of that. It's all customizable. That's why I do the one-on-one calls personally, but that's why it's also limited to 20 participants. Our last class is just wrapping up this week. Our new class starts next week. So you should be able to find the information on there. It's going to show the start date, all the information. You can register anywhere from 1 person for the class up to 6. Like I said, I do limit the entire class to 20. For some reason, we have spots and you have more than 6 registrants. Hit me up, let me know at my email, joe@imwithdavis.com, or shoot me a Facebook message. But I just wanted to kind of go over those 3 things to really get staff motivated. But also on top of that, how you can get them in this class, right? And you can actually have me set a roadmap out in what we call an execution cycle. And they go ahead and each week we give them a certain set of action items they have to complete. They talk to me, we go over it, we review it all and make sure that we hone all their skills, their scripting, their techniques to a customizable format that's going to help them succeed, be motivated, and produce for your agency. This is always our most popular class by far with our live master classes. We have so many completions, and already in 2018, we've run the class twice, and we've already had 40 plus completions, actually. So it's super exciting. Everybody gets a ton of information out of it. If you signed up for the class, in the years past, but you have new staff members, I'd recommend them going through it. Not just because it's new information, but because they might have not seen a lot of the stuff yet. The biggest thing is it's not a sales 101. So it's not going to be that corporate sales class that, could be important, but, they've heard already. It's going to be different stuff. It's me working with them. I work on them branding themselves as opposed to just branding you, which is actually a really good thing. So now they have skin in the game, right? So hit me up if you have questions, joe@imwithdavis.com. Check out the links below. The spots will fill. They always fill up really fast. So if you have questions, just let me know. Other than that, guys, I hope you make it a great rest of the day. For those of you that sign up, I will see you starting live in session 1 of our Sales Producer Masterclass, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.